RockEyez welcomes Rahway, Slumlords of New Jersey. Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up, Brian?
How you doing, man?
Good.
Everybody else
Thanks
good?
for having us.
Cool, cool. Let's get right into the new album, the self-titled album. Let's go down track by track and give me a little insight into each song and whatever you want to talk about with it. Let's start off with Stone. Who wants to take that?
That's
Stone
it's actually my son's name.
Okay.
Stone. I wrote the whole song, everything. The drums, the bass, the vocals.
He's such a liar. He's a liar. Me
I
and Dave.
I,
So,
I
so
did
me
all
and
the
Dave,
tracks. I did all the tracks by myself.
before we started Rahway, me and Dave had our own like side project before I joined the band and made the band like super successful. You know, everyone just jumped on my back and but me and Dave were working on a side project that Steve calls, what do you call it, Steve? Like halfway or something? Or
Yeah, halfway or something. Yeah,
something like that. So then
cooked
me
way,
and Dave
cooked
wrote
way,
huh?
cooked way.
Coast, yeah, something like that. So Dave and I actually wrote a bunch of songs, and we presented some of these songs to Rahway. One of them was a song called Undefeated, and then this song Stone, which reminded me of like Velvet Revolver. Had that Velvet Revolver feel, and we presented it to Nick. And when I joined the band, we presented it to Nick and Steve, and the rest is history. They just put their touch on it. But it all started with me and Dave.
Now, are most of these songs brand new, or are they, older tracks you had left over?
No, brand new.
Oh, pretty, yeah, pretty new.
Let's go to track two, Carry You.
Carry you. Well, I wrote that whole song pretty much. No, I'm kidding. Uh, well, all right. So basically, most of our songs is like a group effort. So it's Dave already had that riff going, and then we kind of bank off of it. And I think I already had some kind of a melody for a different song, and it kind of just worked. And then we rearranged the words, and
Right.
usually I'm pretty good with like chorus melodies and stuff. So
Right.
that's
Yeah,
how
it
it
was, it
usually.
was it was really nice that Dave wrote this song about me because since I carry the band,
Uh-huh.
it's he wrote it about me, so
Yeah.
it was nice of him. It was really
It's a
cool.
love song originally.
Yeah.
I was
How
gonna
about,
name it. I was gonna name it Chigger.
Yep.
Cool, cool. How about track number three, Only the Strong, which is one of my favorite songs on the album?
Well, I'll take that one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So obviously we all put in for that one.
Okay.
We all write our own like parts, and then we kind of listen to it back as we're playing it, and we'll go through everything. So that one, they gave me a little bit of creative freedom to do a few things in it, and I kind of pull from a little bit of. When I was younger, I grew up listening to both rock and rap.
Right.
I'm 38. I was my high school period was 2000 2005. So I was like knee deep in all that stuff. So I do have influences outside of the rock world, and I
Right.
pulled a little bit from that for one of the verses. Like the rap part in there and everything. And once we laid it down and recorded it, at one point we were just like, I was like, hey guys, show up to rehearsal fully dressed to the nines, like your show ready,
Right.
and so I borrowed the green screen from our manager, and I green screened the entire student rehearsal place. We
Mhm.
shot the video in the spot that we rehearse in, Old Bridge usually, and we made the video, put it out, and all that stuff. The song, the lyrics were supposed to be like kind of like for a song called Only the Strong. It's supposed to be exactly that. It's supposed to be tough. It's supposed to be rugged. It's supposed to be about like, it's supposed to give people the energy. If somebody's like constantly talking shit to you or something, it's like, hey man, maybe you want to watch what you're saying, because maybe one day you get hit with nap time and dragged into a van and then you're gone. How about
Yeah.
maybe you just
Nap time.
calm down,
Nap time.
you
Well, how old
know?
are we?
Yeah, no, no. In nap time, you guys probably haven't seen it, but there's a silly ass video out there called Nap Time, and it's when people have kids and they just can't get them to stop, and so like nap time, try nap time, and it's just like a little bottle you spray into a rag
Oh,
and
yeah.
put on the kids. Like, oh, my kids, they
Oh
seem
my
to calm
God.
down instantly.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
we got to try
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
don't ever
It's
try
called
that.
chlorophyll.
We're
Almost.
entering a whole nother subject right now.
Yeah, so only the strong, you know, it has that edgy chunkiness, like kind of like a Saul King of Misery kind of like vibe. You know, we do have some chunky songs like with that crunch,
Yeah.
you know, and the bop, you know, and I love that shit. I love Disturbed. And, you know, Disturbed has a lot of crunchy stuff here and there. I also the chorus, you know, the chorus was also like I wanted to write a song that had like kind of a singable, go alongable chorus, but also, you know, I wanted to keep it a little bit different from other stuff too, and then, you know, maybe change it up at the end and do a couple things here and there. But really, I just wanted to get the bop, and I wanted people to feel the vibe, you know, because a lot of people nowadays are all about the vibe. Like they could care less about a lot of stuff, you know.
Nick also has like a hip hop background, so he added a little bit of that hip hop flair to the verse, which added, you know, something different.
Yeah. When we started jamming the song, I actually wrote something, I guess, like with a melody and everything, and we tried it, and Nick didn't really like the way it flowed and stuff, so he went back and he wrote the rap stuff, and then I think at one point during the pre-chorus, he was doing the one thing, and I was like, what if we took what I wrote and what you wrote and put it together and clashed it? And if you listen closely, you'll hear him singing one thing, and I'm singing a total opposite thing. And what I sang was the original thing I wrote for it, and it works, you know. So it was nice.
The funniest part about that song, though, to me, is that so in our band, like sometimes there's things that kind of irk you a little bit, you know, about a certain song or something like that. But a lot of times we swallow our pride, which is part of the reason why we've been together, because it's like the Voltron effect. We all come together for the same common goal. There's a person who didn't really like a certain aspect of that song. You know, I'm not going to say any names, but he was like, you know what, since you go along with a lot of our stuff, I'm going to go along with this. After we put that out in the video, it got into the hands of this very nice person who shared it, and then it got, from what I understand, it somehow reached, I think, Pantera's photographer, and then he called her up and was like, who is this? And then all of a sudden we got signed to a deal with a company. And then after that deal was up a year later, that's when we had a couple labels come out, and you know, it's been history ever since.
Nick, Voltron. Who's the head part of the Voltron? Who's the arm? Who's the right arm of the Voltron?
You are.
I'm the peen part. I'm the peen part.
Let's get to number four.
Who's the penis part of Voltron?
B. I just said B.
It's Dave.
Is this thing on?
All right, sorry. I'm sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
Oh, no problem. Let's go to track number 4, Cage the Animal, which is another one of my favorite tracks.
I wrote that whole song from the beginning to the end, and even the simple work.
He actually did, I think. I think he's right about that.
No, he didn't. But no, so again, so I wrote the song, but you know, and once the thing with Rahway is once you present a song, it kind of gets like broken up and put back together again, which makes it Rahway. You know, but I wrote Cage the Animal, and I remember I was dating a girl at the time, and she brought me to see another band play. And the one guy in the band was a drummer, and he was a complete asshole. Wow. And right off the bat, I was being nice to him, and he was just being an asshole. And now I'm watching him play, and all I'm thinking is, what's that spot up on your tie? And so all those words is exactly what I'm thinking. Like, I'm gonna tear your fucking face off. The whole spiel, and I wrote it all down. Within like 5 minutes, I wrote that song, the words, you know. And it kind of, and I think Nick kind of finished it up in the second verse and whatnot. But
and after that, and after they were done with the song, they took a band photo, and the drummer held his sticks like this in the photo.
Sticks.
He was like, "I'm the drummer."
I'm the drummer. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know if I didn't have my sticks with me.
Sure. How about the ballad, Sugar? Nick, was that challenging to do a ballad?
No, I mean, Steve started that one off and gave me like a perfect outline for it. So like I just helped with a couple lines, melodies here and there, but a lot of that was actually Steve.
There's a clip somewhere sorry for interjecting, but like Nick has a really beautiful voice. There's a clip somewhere, and it's on the Rahway page
Uh-huh.
of we were just doing like little video. Like I was screwing around at the board with Mike Orlando, and we were just mushing stuff together.
Our
Uh-huh.
producer, Mike Orlando, Adrenaline
And then
Mob.
Mike Orlando's Adrenaline Mob, Sonic Stomp
Right.
Studio, the famous, the unbelievable guitar. He's amazing. Makes me want to smash my fingers with a hammer.
Category 7 now.
Yes, category 7 with Bush. We brought down all the levels and we were just concentrating on the vocals, and man, and Nick was singing these like so many different layers, and it was just like it was like an angel came down from heaven and like just like sprinkled dust on the. It was amazing,
Like
so like, if
Gary.
you listen real close to that song, Nick's voice is just like probably one of the prettiest voices I've ever heard.
Unfortunately.
Hold on a second, I gotta use my puffer.
Yeah. So Sugar, I wrote and I presented to the band, and it turned into a Rahway song. It actually turned out a lot different from the way I wrote, but the meaning of the song is basically
Where'd he go?
That's the meaning of the song.
Let me finish. What happened? The meaning of the song.
Why you have to change.
The meaning of the song is actually what happens is like when you go to Quick Check and they're like, do you need anything with your coffee? I'm like, yeah, I need some sugar. And the lady points, she's like, sugar, sugar.
No.
Sugar.
Steve, tell him what it is. Go ahead, Steve.
No, so a lot of our songs are about like recovery and whatnot, and in recovery usually you have to change, and it's really hard to change when everybody around you is the same, and it's like, why do I have to change if everybody else is acting the same, or like the same asshole or whatever, so it's kind of more of a frustration song, but then it's like, that's how it is, Sugar, you got to deal with it.
So we actually shot a video. We actually shot a video for it where it was the middle of the pandemic. The pandemic had just started. We were all in our houses, and we shot our parts at our houses. But then we had something like we had this Zoom idea where we had all our friends sing the chorus or mouth the chorus or lip sync the chorus, and it was pretty cool. We had a lot of celebrities on there, like Don Jameson was on there. PJ Farley from Trickster, they all took part in it. A lot
of local Jersey acts, Scarlett Carson guys.
We tried to get Donald Duck on there, but he was busy.
My old pals from Z100, they were on there. So what we wanted to do was also tell the story, and that story was like Nick was, like Steve was saying, like Nick, we were all inside this house. No one could go out and do anything at that time.
Right.
And life was still going on around us, even though we were like secluded into this house. So that's what the video told that story.
Let's jump to track number 10, Rocketship, which is your new single. I saw a little clip with I guess a truck shooting fireworks and stuff. Was that interesting?
That was just that was a promo with some motorcycles shooting fireworks. The video is kind of like a cartoon.
Right. Yeah. I saw that too. But
yeah,
I wrote that whole song from beginning to end. Everything. I did the pick work.
He actually did this time.
I even plugged in the guitars.
Wow.
Well, actually, I wrote that song, and then I gave it to Dave, and I was like, you could have this, and then he wrote the song. Then he wrote the song.
We needed one more song to finish that EP, and we didn't have one. And I told the guys, I said, I'll have an entire song. It'll be the best song on the album at Friday's rehearsal. And I didn't have one. But I wrote it Thursday night before I went to rehearsal.
Well, you know what though? I mean, it worked out because like when he brought it to us and he started singing the hook while he was playing and stuff, I was like, holy shit, I love this song. Give me the verses. So then I just ripped through the verses, and we kind of, because he told me the idea that he had behind the song, and it kind of morphed because originally he had a different idea as to where he wanted to go with the song, and my verses kind of changed it a little bit.
Right.
So it ended up aiming towards like recovery, power to overcome, and like move forward, get to the next stage, and to really like, let people know like, yo, why don't you step out of your life and look at what's going on? Let's, look around at what's really happening and where you really sit, because it's hard to see the picture when you're in it. And so like that song is definitely like, to me, it's I mean, I shouldn't say this, but it's definitely one of my favorites because I love the message. I love the sound. I love the vibe. I love the hook. I love everything about it. The solo, even in the studio, when I'm watching Dave rip these solos, I'm like, oh my God, between this one and Drowning, like almost shit my pants, dude. Like Dave is like,
You did.
when
I
I first
remember.
joined the band, I knew that Dave was a nasty guitarist, but I didn't know he was this fucking nasty till when we got in that studio and he was just shredding on the guitar. I'm like, holy shit, I'm so fucking lucky to be in this band.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
didn't.
I agree with that.
I didn't shower that day on purpose.
Oh, really?
I wanted
I
to
actually
be.
agree
I
with,
wanted
I
to be
agree with
nasty.
I agree with Nick.
So the-
Dave's guitar work has been on this record is phenomenal. Like I always knew that, Dave, Steve, and I have been playing on the scene for a long time. Stop bowing to me. I'm not Asian. I am Asian, but don't bow to me. I'm not that Asian. So we played on the scene for a long time, Brian. You know us from the scene, and I always thought that Dave and Steve were just great musicians, but joining the band,
Right.
I'm lucky to be in the band with them, even though they should know that they're lucky to be in the band with me too. So
we are.
I
I'm
agree.
actually. I'm honored and lucky to be in the band with myself.
Uh,
On account of it, that like I'm the producer. I record the music. I write the music. I'm going to star in my own videos.
wait, what kind of videos?
And I'm going to make like a biopic movie about me. And not so much those guys, but me.
Oh my God.
No ego at all. No ego. He says this with no ego.
Anyway, so Rocketship, the video that we have out right now, is this I think they kind of whipped it together so we had something. It's a lyric video.
uh-huh.
And I mean, I don't know what's in the works, but I mean, I personally would like to see like a real video at some point for that song because I think it deserves it. It's a good song.
Cool,
But
cool.
In a whole, like if you take the whole CD in a whole,
Right.
And I hate to like kind of like put a definition on it, but it's definitely about recovery and healing. Like every one of us in this band is going through something or has gone through something, and like we're a family. We're not even really a band, and that's why we always, yes. That's why I always say, like, well, Nick always says, we have family reunions and all that stuff, and we're like a big family. We sometimes we hate each other, sometimes we love each other, but we always got each other's back, and we all know what's going on in each other's lives, and we all accommodate each other.
Yeah.
And it's so like it's in a nutshell, it's all about healing and recovery and stuff like that.
I remember the one time we were playing in L.A. and we got an Airbnb, a nice little house, and we got in late. We grabbed some fast food, and as soon as everybody got in, they were ready to go into their rooms to eat. And like first thing we did was like, no, everybody out in the table, we eat together, And then to me, it's like that's what it's about. You know what I mean? The roadies, everybody, and. Usually when we play shows, we always say family reunion, welcome to the family reunion. And usually at the end of a show, we'll go to the merch table, we'll sign some stuff, we'll meet some people. And the people that we meet end up becoming almost like a family, they end up coming back to shows, they bring their kids. It's quite the thing. And I mean, if anything, it might turn into like one of those like underground cult type of things where people actually become attached to us and they just come and they feel like they're a part of it. And that's what we want. We want people to feel like they're a part of it,
It's true. And just to spin off what he said, like a lot of these people, like we meet on the road and they come to see us and they join our family. They message you on in your inbox and your DMs. And, like I answer everyone back, there's no reason, like some of these people, like I've met a lot of people in my life that are, at an upper level of in their music career, and they'd give you your phone number and they friend you on Facebook, but you send them a message or I have a few, maybe maybe 5 famous people that
Right.
actually answer me
Right.
and like actually wish me a happy birthday. Like Corey Glover from Living
Right.
Color, every Christmas,
Uh-huh.
every birthday, man. He's like, "How you doing, Dave? Merry Christmas, happy birthday, happy New Year." Like,
Happy
so like happy Hanukkah.
Cool.
But like no matter what, like these people, like they write me like, "How you doing?" And I answer them back, man, because you know why? Because I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be like those guys that stiffed me. I don't want to be like Donald Duck.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Tell me a little bit about the show coming up with Dorothy.
That
I don't know.
we
I don't know
got
anything about it.
we Dave's just showing up for that. So I do a lot of work with SLP concerts, Sam
Right.
Levinstone from Concerts East back in the day. So I do a lot of work with him, and he got us on the show. He's like, "Hey, do you want to open for Dorothy up at Musikfest at Bethlehem?"
Right.
So I didn't even ask the guys. I just put us on. He said, "Yeah, we'll do it." And we're coming off the heels of playing with that new band Plush, who are our label mates.
Yeah.
They were great. Great. Mariah's a fabulous singer. Ashley's an amazing bass player.
The
She
drummer's amazing.
She's the daughter of Mike Supa from they're great. So now we're going to play with Dorothy, who's another female-fronted band. She's amazing. She's always on Sirius XM. We've been blessed with some really great shows lately. Ace Frehley, Seven Dust.
Yeah.
So
Cool. Now we're running out of time. So really, the last question, the really serious question, goes to Dave. Dave, this one's for you.
All right, Bob.
Can you tell me anything about Bigfoot and the Tutu?
I don't know about the Tutu, but Bigfoot's real.
That's what I hear.
Yeah, he's real.
Uh-huh. You hear that?
You gotta believe, because trust me.
Here we go.
He's real.
Uh-huh.
You just opened a can of worms, man.
Dave
Here we go.
He sends me videos all the time of like Sasquatch and the Tutu.
No, I don't. They do that to make fun of me. But the fact is, if you see one time, and you will say to yourself, "Holy shit, they really do exist," and then you'll be a believer for the rest of your life. But other than that, if you've never seen one or had an encounter, I would say the same thing. It's a farce, but it's not.
Dave likes to say that he's hung like Sasquatch. That's
I got Bigfoot in the house. My son, 6'10".
Your son, he's a very tall gentleman. Very tall.
He's 6'10". Oh my God.
What?
Very tall.
In school, they call him the gentle giant because he's so calm and stuff like that. It's true. That's what they call him. So, guys, it was great talking to you, and I appreciate the chat. Rahway, check out the new album, self-titled, and congratulations. Would you like to say anything in conclusion?
Buy our CD. Thank you for the interview. Thank you for supporting us. Go to RockEyez.com.
Come to a show. Be a part of the family.
Come to a show. Get a T-shirt. Go to the website. Buy some merch. Help us move our train forward. That's what it's all about.
Cool.
And welcome to the family, RockEyez.
Thank you.
Welcome to the family.
Cool. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right, man. Thank you.